Hi everyone, I have a nail tutorial for you guys today. It's Sharks playoff season. So this is going to be teal themed. I think every year for the past like 3 years I've done some sort of teal products video right before playoffs started. And this year I'm doing a nail tutorial. I have 5 different looks that are very easy to achieve. I talk about some of my favorite products. I talk about white and black nail polish because that was actually a request to me from Kim, who is one of my friends. And she has a blog which is Miss Pop Couture, and I will link that down below. She asked me about black and white nail polish, so I thought I would include that in this video. There are some really easy looks for beginners that you don't actually really need anything for. So yeah, I thought this would be another teal video right before the Sharks playoffs and just nail ideas for those of you that like teal. I know teal and turquoise are sort of a really big color theme this year again. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. I also got a request for nail art videos, so that's why I decided to do this as well. And this is actually one of the tutorials what I'm wearing on my nails right now. This is one of my favorite things that I've recently discovered. Mr. Candy Pants on YouTube, as well as she has a blog, was the first one that started doing this really simple flower tutorial, and then I saw it on Chalkboard nails, and I will link both of those down below. And they're just these really pretty, really easy flowers, and that sort of inspired this whole really easy nail tutorial thing. Hopefully the lighting and the angles are good for this video. I'm trying to work out the best way to do nail tutorials because it's a very awkward angle, and I want to start using this camera for it. My other one has autofocus though, which makes it really easy, and that one's lighter and it's easier to set up. But anyway, I hope the whole process of this video is really nice as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. So I painted a little bit of base coat onto my nails. Today I am using Nail Envy, the original by OPI. It's a nail strengthening product, but I use it as a base coat because it just works really well for me as a base coat. I've done that on all of my fingers, and next I'm going to do a colored base on all of my fingers. And this is where black and white nail polish come in. These are just 2 really inexpensive black and white nail polishes. They're from Wet n Wild. They're just cream finish of black and white, and they're like 99 cents each. So those are the polishes that I typically use when I use black and white bases for my nails. I'm going to do a couple of different patterns for you guys, so not all of these are going to be painted white as a base, and the reason I use black and white nail polishes is mostly for nail art. I'll use the white as a base, or I'll use white as like a dotting color or a striping color. Same with black, I use it as a base or as a dotting and a striping color. So I'm just going to paint a white base on 2 of my nails, and then a teal base on 3 of my nails. So the teal base that I'm using today is from OPI. It's called Fly, and it is from the Nicki Minaj collection. It's just a nice bright teal cream base. I have a different teal base on my thumb, which is the color Charla from Zoya, and it looks like this, and it's just a nice sparkly teal base. I'm going to start with the easiest way to get some sort of like embellishment or art-like look on the nail, which would be glitter polish. I have 2 indie polishes to show you. This first one is called Edge of the World from Gloss and Sparkle, and it's a nice sort of teal oceany base with green and blue glitter. And then this one is from Lush Lacquer, and it is called Ticklish Teal. I'm going to show you what Ticklish Teal looks like on my actual nail. So on my pinky nail, I'm going to paint 1 coat of Ticklish Teal. But yeah, that's just what the glitter looks like over a teal base. I'll show you a bunch of different glitters from the drugstore though if you don't want to buy a indie polish glitter to add to your collection. This first one is from Milani, and it is in the color teal, number 582, and it's a chunky teal glitter. This next one is one of my absolute favorites of all time, and it's the Nubar glitter in teal glitter, and it's also a really nice finely milled glitter. This one is from Sinful Colors, and the color is called Nail Junkie, and it's like a sort of sea mermaidy base with a bunch of that same mermaidy type of glitter in it. This one is from LA Girl, and it's actually Ishani sent this to me, and it's part of their 3D effects line, their hologram nail polish line, and in this one it's just called Teal Dimension, and it's got a teal base, a sparkly teal base with a bunch of hollow glitter pieces in it. This one is from Finger Paints, and the color is called Art You Wondering, and it is another finely milled teal glitter in a clear base. You can get this one at Sally's. This one is from Jessie's Girl, and it is really similar to Zoya's Charla, and the color is called Glee, and it is a really nice mermaidy base blue with a gold glass fleck. And then if you're just looking for a nice turquoise like shimmery color, this one is from Wet n Wild, part of that same 99-cent line, and the color is called Bijou Blue, so it's just a nice shimmery turquoise color if you're looking for that type of base to put underneath any sort of glitter. So again, just putting a glitter over a teal base is the easiest way to add some embellishment to your nails and some art-like effect to your nails. Next, we're going to do something, again, a little bit on the easy side, but it's going to be on the teal base, and it's going to be polka dots. So what I use to make polka dots is a combo nail art brush on one side with a dotting tool on the other, but you can use a bobby pin or really anything in your house that has like a rounded edge like this. I got this at Sally's. So this is where the black and white cream polish comes into play, as well as the paper that we put down underneath comes into play. I have put a little puddle of black polish and a little puddle of white polish on the piece of paper, and I'm just going to dip straight into the dotting, or with my dotting tool, into the little puddle and just start doing uniform lined dots on my nails. I'll start in the middle and just do black dots all the way down. And then I'm going to go into the white and do the exact same thing just over to the side of my nail. You're going to want to wait until this is completely dry to put a top coat on. So while that dries, I'm going to start on this nail with the next pattern. So this pattern I actually saw first on Chalkboard Nails, and she posted that she saw it on Mr. Candy Pants, who is another nail blogger, and she also has videos, and it's a flower tutorial without using really any tools. It's just using the brush from the polish itself. So I am going to give it a try. This is again Fly, and then this is China Glaze's Deviate from the OMG collection. I just have it out for another part of this tutorial, but you can use any teal that you'd like. This one's quite hard to find now. But what I'm going to do is open both of these polishes up so they're easy to access. And I'm going to use the actual polish brush itself to make little petals. I'm just going to make little stripes like this. And this one, this particular tutorial on both of their posts looked really, really cool because they used 3 or 4 different colors for the petals. I'm trying to keep this all teal though, so that's why I'm doing 2 different types of teals, but Chalkboard Nails actually did a different color per petal, and it looked really, really pretty, and it was like perfect for spring. So you can obviously do smaller or bigger flowers depending on your nail size, but I just wanted to make it slightly bigger so you guys could see what I was doing. And then I am going to get an orange polish. This is OPI's A Roll in the Hog from their Dutch collection last year. You can use, again, any polish for this. I'm just going to go straight from the brush and do 2 little dots in the center of the nail as the little thing on the center of the flower, you know. And there you have your flower petal tutorial using just the brushes in the actual polish. So I actually really like this look. I'm definitely going to recreate this later with a lot of bright colors. Next, we are going to move on to some sponging and a gradient, and please excuse the little cut I have on the side of my index finger. I just cut it today at work. So to do an actual gradient in this style, you are going to need a makeup sponge. This is just a cosmetic sponge that you can get at CVS. They come in a pack of like 30, and you are going to need one side of this as well as the colors you want to gradient. I'm going to do a teal to black hollow gradient, and the colors I'm going to use for this, I'm going to use 3 colors, and it's going to be China Glaze's Deviate, which I just used, A. England's St. England, which is, A. England's St. George, which is a darker teal hollow, which looks like this, and then I'm going to get the Ozotic Black Hollow in number 526. And what I'm going to do is a horizontal gradient, or it's a vertical gradient, but the colors are going to be horizontal across the nail. So what you want to do is paint your makeup sponge with stripes of color like this. And then dab it straight onto your fingernail. So you get something like that, and then you just want to keep dabbing until you get a good coverage of color on your nails. You may need to reapply the color onto your sponge and dab, dab, dab to get a good gradient going. But this is mostly how I do my vertical gradients on my nails. So you get something like that. You obviously are going to have to clean up the outer edge, and I'll show you that again later. So I probably applied and sponged onto my nail about 3 times, and I got a good teal to black gradient. So that's how I do most of my gradient tutorials. Let's see if I can get a better angle of that. But you can see how it goes from the teal to the black, and once I put a top coat on it, the hollow will come about a little bit better. So yeah, this one takes a little bit more cleanup, and I mean, you need tools in a makeup sponge, but it's still not that hard to do. The last one is going to be a little bit more of a tricky, more like you need more patience to do it, but it comes out with a really cool result, and that is going to be a braided nail polish tutorial. So the polishes I'm going to use are as follows. This is my base color. This is Zoya's Charla, just that nice sparkly teal base, which looks like this. And then I'm going to use a silver. This is Zoya's Trixie, which is a nice silvery foil color. And I'm going to use an orange cream. This is the same orange cream as before, which is OPI's A Roll in the Hog. So since I started with the teal as a base, I'm going to start with my second color, which is going to be the silver. I'm just going to take the silver and start on the top corner and just do a diagonal line all the way down my nail. You're going to want to wait for this to dry just a little bit, so you know you can wait like a minute. This one takes the most patience in terms of things that you have to do, as well as time in between each stripe so that it doesn't smear. So next I am going to take my orange polish and do the same, just from the opposite corner of my nail all the way down diagonally. Like that. This is pretty much dry now, so I'm going to get my teal, which is my Charla, and now I'm going to start about halfway down the silver and draw another diagonal line, like so, just so you get the silver still peeking out, but it just crosses over the rest of the colors. And I'm going to go over to my silver now and do it on the other side. So, starting on this side, diagonal line all the way across. So you're just going to do that and wait until it dries, until you get all the way down the nail, and you'll have a nice cool braided look. And I'll show you what it looks like at the very end. So this is the finished product. It's the colors all the way down to the edge of the nail, and as you can see, it does get a little bit messy, so I am going to show you guys clean up on the outside of my nails now and how I like finish manicures. So as you can see, again, the edges of my nails are pretty messy, especially the more complicated nail art ones. Things just get messy. So I'm going to show you how I clean up the edges of my nail polish now. I'm going to get a tin like this. This is actually a cap from a Candles by Victoria candle that I'm done with. I'm going to put it over to the edge and I'm going to just pour a little bit of I'll show you guys this so you have something to look at. A little bit of acetone, pure acetone, into the top of this lid. You want to get something that's not going to rust and that's not going to melt through when you put acetone in it. So not something plastic and not something that is going to rust. These brushes are the e.l.f. Concealer brushes. So I'm just going to dip this into the acetone, kind of tap off any extra, and then just go around the edge of my nail and just wipe away. Oh wow, that really hurts on that cut that I showed you earlier. Wipe away any extra, and this paper again comes in really nice handy because you can just kind of brush away any of the pigment that you pick up. So the last thing I'm going to do is apply a top coat. The top coat I'm using today is the Julep Freedom top coat. And it is a gel-like finish and it's a fast dry top coat. So I'm just going to put this straight on top, and the way it works is you can just use it as a standard fast dry top coat, let it sit and you're kind of ready to go, and it's dry to the touch in a few minutes, or you can cure it underneath a light bulb for a minute, and it really does cure and stay completely dry and you're done for the day. So this has been one of my favorite top coats recently. I hope you guys liked this tutorial, and this was like better quality than some of my other nail tutorials with my new camera and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.